Finally, justice has been served to a fellow lady here in Buea, southwest region of Cameroon. We are bringing you latest developments regarding the baby mama saga, which occurred sometime back on the 8th of June 2022 here in Buea. Now, the court verdict: 6 months imprisonment and 3 million francs as damage for the violence on Essou Marinette. A verdict has been slammed on the culprit of the barbaric treatment meted on Essou Marinette on June 8, 2020. That's June 8, 2022, here in Buea, southwest region of Cameroon. Jordan's main chick, Neris Ayuk, and accomplices, Enjet Doris, Kendra Asi, Sandra Siringumba, B. Benice Asi, have been sentenced to 6 months imprisonment and charged to pay the sum of 3 million francs to Essou Marinette for damages. And if they default the payment, they shall spend an additional 9 months in prison. After they have to pay the cost of proceeding, which stands at 113,208 francs each, and the verdict was delivered by the judge Vivian Mengale Achiri at the court of first instance in Buea. The accused were convicted on all 19 charges levied against them, to which they had pleaded guilty. The court ranged from public indecency, theft, defamation, and to private indecency, amongst others. Barrister A.B. Stanley, the defense counsel, has applauded the judgment, calling it landmark. In his words, it is a seasoned judgment, a compassionate judgment, and I commend the judgment. It is a landmark judgment, and I think it should be published in the official gazette. Those were its words. Now let's date back to the genesis of this case. It all happened on June 8, 2022 at exactly 1 p.m. at Checkpoint Buea. 4 girls, Neris Ayuk, Enjet Doris Kendra, Sandra Siringumba, B. Benice, molested another girl by name Essou Marinette, inserted pepper in her vagina and eyes, then paraded her on the street naked. It all started with Dieudonné Asi, who had a child with Ayuk Neris. At the same time, Dieudonné was dating Marinette. Marinette admitted to the press of being aware that Dieudonné fathered a child with Ayuk Neris. They had dated barely 2 months when Ayuk Neris got wings of it. She then hatched a plan and collected Marinette's phone number from Dieudonné's phone. Few days after Dieudonné had traveled to Kumba to visit his parents, Neris started a WhatsApp conversation with Marinette on a strange number, pretending to be Dieudonné, supposedly back to Buea. Marinette was convinced and lured from Limbe, where she was at the time, and she came to Dieudonné's house here in Buea. They locked her up in the house and did the unthinkable: shaved her hair, stripped her naked, inserted pepper and sticks in her vagina, beat her terribly, and paraded her naked on the street. All these terrible scenes were videotaped and loaded on social media, and the case opened on June 24, 2022 at the Buea Court of First Instance with preliminary investigation. So we thank God that as of now, justice has been served to a fellow lady, and we pray that this incident should never happen or should never occur in our nation, never ever, because it's such a terrible act for a fellow lady to do such act to another lady. So we are happy that finally justice has been served to Essou Marinette. We hope that she is happy and she's grateful wherever she is. So we thank to the authority that be for making sure that this case went through successfully. At this juncture, we take you to the central region, where fire destroyed several properties in the Dove supermarket. This occurred on the 27th of December 2022 in the Mendong neighborhood in Yaoundé, where fire disaster broke out that led to the destruction of several properties in a segment of the Dove supermarket. According to sources, they testified to the persistent outage of electricity in that locality, of which they claimed to be the cause of the fire outbreak. However, the firefighters immediately rushed to the scene to stamp out the fire, which made the people of that neighborhood so scared. But we thank God that finally the firefighters came just on time. And at this juncture, we take you to the littoral region of Cameroon, that's Douala, where landslide has killed 2 children in that locality. This occurred on the 25th of December 2022, where 2 children who were 3 years old died in a landslide in that neighborhood, precisely at Japoma. That's Douala 3, the littoral region of Cameroon. These 2 children who came from different homes were reportedly playing on Sunday 25th of December 2022 when the landslide instantly drowned them, according to some witnesses who were present at the scene. The incident occurred when the children were playing and immediately called the attention of their parents. Thereafter, the lifeless body of the 2 children were later taken out of the ground. And however, the senior divisional officer of the Wuri, Benjamin Bontu, paid a visit to the scene of the incident on Monday 26th of December 2022 to inquire about the situation, and he stated the senior divisional officer of the Wuri called on the authorities of the Douala 3 municipality to select the houses built in these dangerous zones while planning their demolition in the coming days. Also, the families of the bereaved have been left inconsolable following this painful incident, and we say God should comfort them and God should be their comforter at this juncture, because this is such a terrible act. I mean, coming in at a time where people are celebrating, people are feasting and reuniting with their family. So we say God should comfort them and be with them, and may the soul of the departed rest in peace. At this juncture, we take you out of Cameroon. Let's discover what is trending in Africa.